Hello everyone, welcome back to Vanuary day 12. Day 12?
I've got no idea at this
What's
point.
The date today?
Day 12.
There is no Vanuary day 11. Just had too much on yesterday and none of it was very vlog worthy. Yesterday we went to a campsite and it's one we went to before because we keep just doing the same stuff we did the last trip in Basque country, but it feels right. And it's a good campsite. There aren't actually that many that were open over the winter, so had limited choice anyway. We stayed there for one night, we had glorious hot showers, we've done all of our laundry. It was a good day of like sorting things out. I did some work as well, and we got a nice early night so that we could get up early this morning and drive to Donostia, which is where we are today. We are in the area de autocaravanas in Donostia, San Sebastian, and we got here before 9 AM because that's what all the reviews say to do, but it's actually fine. There's like quite a lot of spaces here. This is a spot that's usually rammed, I imagine, especially during the summer and the warmer months, but for us in January it's not busy at all. We're here for 2 nights now. This is a area de autocaravanas that you do have to pay for. It's €5 a night, so not bad at all. Just been doing some work since we've got here. Craig's got a call and then we're going to go out after that. So we're actually going to go out this afternoon into the city. You do need to catch a bus from this park up to go into the centre of Donostia, so we're going to do that. We've booked a reservation this evening at a vegan restaurant, which I'm really excited to go to, so we'll document all of that. And yeah, I'm really excited to document our time in Donostia. It's something a little bit different because we do tend to prefer to be in smaller towns and places that are a bit more rural, but we can't come to the Basque country twice and not go to Donostia, so we failed on our last trip here to actually find a spot and stay here. This year we're doing it. Yesterday Craig had his interview and that went really well. The potential for what we're going to do over the summer, got the ball rolling on that, so we'll keep you updated on that. I'm not sure whether we'll get any final news or decisions about that in Vanuary, but you'll see the outcome of what we end up doing on my channel anyway. If you're a patron, you'll probably find out first. I'm going to edit some videos. I also need to get started on a BBC Wildlife painting, but I'm not sure whether to start that now or whether I want like a bigger chunk of time. Anyway, we're here. This is our last leg of our Basque country trip. After this, we will be heading south.
This is what greyhounds do when they have fun. This is what greyhounds do when they have fun. This is what greyhounds do when they have fun.
What is Midge doing, Craig?
This is a roach, classic roach, alright?
I can never say where I am going. I can hardly see where I come from. The only thing I have a way of knowing is how to look for the heart of love. A person must retrieve now and then, feeling for the thing that they seek most. A pulse they search for everywhere to cut the chains of their despair and leave behind all else than that ideal. Mine is in this bed where we hold the air in our hands and hear the song of love that brings strange tears. Recognition of the thing that comes with rain in the sweet spring. All that's left is to wait at the year.
So it's the next day now. I think I'm going to turn this vlog into a 2-day vlog in Donostia. Yesterday ended up being quite a lot of work from the van, and then we went out in the afternoon after making sure Midge had like a good amount of time out of the van and had his dinner and stuff, because we had to leave him here before we could go into the city centre, because you need to take a bus from the area de Autocaravanas to the city centre, and you can only take big dogs if you have a muzzle on your dog. And Midge doesn't have a muzzle. Actually, he came with one when we adopted him, but he doesn't need it, so we got rid of it. So we went into the centre and we had a few drinks and just walked around the city a little bit. Didn't really have any plans. Went to a couple of nice bars. Went to an Irish bar that we saw randomly, and Craig got a Guinness, the Guinness that he missed out on, if you remember. I also had a half Guinness, and it was nice. And then we went for our dinner reservation at a vegetarian restaurant called Fresh Green, which we looked up online. We had croquettes to start, pumpkin and leek, and then also mushroom, and they were really delicious as a starter. We had 3 each. I chose the burrito and Craig chose the vegan chicken burger, and the burrito was nice. It was quite small though. Like, I always want a really fat burrito, and I would have thought a burrito should have rice in it, and it didn't. It had nice flavour to it though, but it was quite small. And also it said comes with our own guacamole, and the guacamole was just like very lightly smeared on the plate, so you couldn't really taste it. It was just like a decoration for the plate. So yeah, I was a bit like maybe it should have come with something like a salad or slaw or something, I don't know. And then Craig's burger was very delicious. We went half and half. Really nice bacon. The vegan chicken was good as well, actually, and it came with lots of avocado. It was actually a bit of a pricey restaurant, considering food prices in Spain are cheaper. The meal came to about 40 euros. I think that's because it's vegan food, which is not as readily available in Spain, so it must cost more to buy in and stuff. We actually took away with us a donut. It was like a cheesecake donut, so it had like icing on it and white chocolate, and we ate that when we got home. Sorry I didn't film that, but I was just feeling really kind of overstimulated and overwhelmed after the afternoon in the city. Just like the pace of it, because we've been spending so much time in small Basque towns, and that pace of life is what we're more comfortable with. When we got to the city, it's just so much more fast-paced, and people are coming at you from all directions. It really quickly overstimulated me. That donut was not good. It was dry. It tasted like it was about maybe like 4 days old. That was disappointing, because it looked the part. It looked really good, and the reviews said that the cakes were good, so we were hoping for something a bit better than that. So I wouldn't necessarily say I would recommend that place. Try it out if you want to, but we didn't rate it that highly. We didn't not like the food, but we were a bit like, I think we just got way too used to only eating our own food. We never eat out anymore. Craig is back there and he's wiping our van doors, getting rid of like little bits of mould and stuff.
It's just where it gets wet consistently, like.
Yeah, we get like a little bit of, it's nothing major, but we just get a little bit of moisture around the back doors, because it's like the coldest point, like when it's very cold. Last night was very cold. We thought our heater was broken last night because it was not working so great, and we worried that maybe we'd run out of gas, but neither of those things seem to be true, so it's okay.
We fear-mongering.
We just, yeah, fear-mongering in the van. We are thinking of heading out soon. We're going to take Midge out. We're not going to go into the centre. We are just going to go, there's like, it's kind of like a university area near the area de Autocaravanas where we're parked, so we're just going to walk around that area, I think. I just don't think we're city dwellers or city visitors, because neither of us feel that inspired to go into the city again today, even though we were excited to be here. I just feel like being in, there's something so, I hope that I have expressed with Vanuary so far that there is something special about the smaller Basque towns. They just feel really Basque, and I just love the look and feel of them. I love going into the little town centres, and yeah, the pace of them just feels better, whereas Donostia feels less Basque somehow. We don't really like to do the things that people come to cities for. We don't want to shop, for example. And now we've had our vegan meal out and it was a bit like meh. We don't want to spend money on food.
Are you ready to go? Yes.
Quentin's finished, isn't he? For lunch today we're having the vegan tortilla that we always have. Sorry it's a bit dark. Salad. We've got this vegetal cream cheese. It's a little bit sweet. So this, if you see this and you're in Spain, this would be good for making a vegan cheesecake, we reckon. I'm going to try and make it more savoury by having it with some chutney that we have. Then we got some hummus, some lovely fresh bread. The dogs just had their dinner. Hello everyone, welcome to my evening at my desk. I've got my easel out for the first time in what feels like forever. I haven't painted for a long time, and this is certainly my first painting of the year. So I'm working on something for BBC Wildlife magazine. It's, what are they called? It's a glowworm. I'm not really going to be able to show you too much of what I'm doing on my easel. It needs to be published in the magazine first before I can do that. Not a glowworm, a firefly. I'm getting up my reference images now. It's a really kind of bustling atmosphere in the neighbourhood today, and I'm sure there is in the city centre as well, because damn it, I've forgotten what it's called. What is the football terminology? A friendly? Is that right? I've forgotten what it's called, but like two Basque teams are playing each other, basically. A derby. A derby? Maybe. There's a lot of excitement in the town. People are putting up banners and streamers, and there was a band as well. I think that was to do with football, I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, Craig's gone out to a local sports bar and he's going to watch the game there, and I said stay out for as long as you can so that I can do some painting, because when he's in here and I'm painting it just feels so crowded. Anyway, I need to paint and talk. I'm running out of time. I just spent ages writing a comment to someone. I've been all hot and bothered today about what's happening in Gaza again. Every day I'm hot and bothered about it. Every day I'm so aggravated and annoyed and angry. Angry is just one of my main emotions about this whole situation. I'm just disgusted and angry and infuriated. But I did see a fellow activist talk about anger and say how they're proud of their anger. It's a righteous anger, and it motivates them and powers them forward. Let me know if you're also dealing with a lot of anger at the moment. It's just the injustice of it all. That's what's making me so enraged. I honestly feel like I'm a different person now since it all started. Just the first few days of the retaliation of the October 7th attack blew my whole worldview open, I think. I've never seen anything like what I saw. Just people injured in horrific ways. Those scenes have been repeated every single day since. In the comments, if you want to recommend Gazan journalists to follow online, because I think I'm following a lot of them, but if you want to suggest them in the comments for other people as well, that would be really good, because they're risking everything. They're risking their lives to document what's happening to their people, and I think it's really, really important that we follow them. I hope they all make it out alive, even though I know that's probably not a realistic hope to have at this stage. So I just got caught up in responding to someone on YouTube who's shocked that I would have this stance about the occupation and the violence. So I guess I was just kind of like explaining my case more, and hoping that some of the things that I've shared they will go and research further. One of my goals of this year is going to be very difficult for me to do face to face, but I really don't want to mince my words anymore. I really don't want to water down my opinions to make people feel more comfortable. I notice that I do that often in person, and I don't want to be that person. I don't think it's a good characteristic at all. I think it shows weakness. I've been told not to be preachy in the past about things I'm very passionate about, especially to do with like animal rights, you know, like being a vegan, we're told we're preachy all the time. I suppose also being a climate activist, it's preachy to care, I guess, and to tell other people what's going on and how fucked we are. I think I admire it in other people when people are straight talking and they don't mince their words and they say how it really is. I don't have very good people skills, so I'm probably going to be quite blunt, and you know, people with amazing skills and great ways of articulating themselves will be able to do it in a way that brings people along with them, and I'm probably going to do it in a way that gets people's backs up initially. But also I think the truth is more important than that. You can't expect to be the one person that changes someone's mind. All you can do is be a seed and be a part of all of the different seeds that implant themselves in someone's consciousness that leads to their own changes, you know. I still remember when someone had a go at me about a shitty opinion I had at a house party, like when I was in my early 20s. I still remember that, and at the time I was like, oh, I can't believe they spoke to me like that. But now in hindsight, like, they were so right, and I so needed to be educated on that particular issue. I'm grateful to that person.
I just got back, was in a bar, there had TV screens everywhere. Real Sociedad lost, so no one was happy in there, but the other team was a Basque team as well, so everyone was kind of alright. And there was lots of people that supported Bilbao. No, Midgie, no.
Excuse me, Smith man.
There were lots of people in there that supported Bilbao, so everyone was just hugging each other. I spent £5.68 drinking beer watching football for 2 hours, which is unheard of. That's less than a pint.
As a Brit,
That's unreal. Everyone moved to Spain and boycott Brexit and do everything you can to resist Brexit.
we can't do anything to resist Brexit.
Oh, well, in that case, just accept it and move on. And then just feel the weight of that. 2 burritos in there. He said, do you like it spicy? And I said, yes. So that's spicy sauce. So should we eat it?
Yes.
Yes. Vamos a comer. Let's go to eat. That's all right, isn't it, little ones?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yet they can go to war with another nation like Yemen, who are daring to hold Israel to account, and was welcomed with open arms at the Labour Party under Starmer, Christian Wakeford.
I just finished work for the evening, and I think I just did a painting that I didn't really like. And that's a really annoying feeling. It doesn't bode well for the painting year. The first painting that I've done this year, I really don't like. Got an early start tomorrow because we need to be out by 9 AM. That's early for us. Tomorrow is the day that we start our trip down south. The total drive to get down to Andalusia is over 8 hours of driving. Obviously we won't be able to do that all in the day because of the dogs, because of Midge mostly. He doesn't like long drives, so we stop every 2 hours max. Oh, there's one thing I didn't tell you about, which is there was a couple of reviews of this place that said that they've been broken into here and that criminals do operate in this area. This afternoon, when we were about to walk into town, we spotted this man walking around the back of this parking area. He didn't look like a tourist, he didn't look like someone who was living in a van. He just kind of stuck out to both me and Craig, just the way that he was walking with a purpose right to the back of where everyone parks. So we decided to stick around and see what he was doing, and then his mate pulled up in a car. The guy in the car was waiting at the front of the car park, and he was kind of like walking around the parameter and then came round to join the guy with the car, and they were both kind of like messing around with the parking meter and being on the phone, and it just seemed like he'd scouted the area to see if he could have made a little break-in whilst no one was noticing. There's a big car park below us where there's loads of space for cars. There was like no real reason for them to be up here. Yeah, that's another reason why I work tonight, just to make sure that no one broke into our van. Oh, I hate that feeling when you're washing your face and then the water goes down your sleeves. It's the worst. I've seen some people wear like sweatbands on their wrists when they're washing their face. So yeah, we will see you tomorrow, and we are very much looking forward to getting towards that Andalusian sun. See you tomorrow.